Hey guys, welcome back to Ed's Backyard Projects. Today's a special day. We're getting at and going to try and get some things done inside the church foyer here. It's an old church, and currently it's just used for storage. I think the pastor's office is in the back. So we're going to get around and we're going to put a new meter base and service over here on this side so we can run the new line to it. And I'm working on getting the inside cleaned up. We got to run some insulation and some not drywall, but we're going to put up some plywood, some other stuff to get it back up and running. So anyway, just wanted to bring you guys along, see how things go, and I'll take you in and we'll show you what we got going on, and we'll go from there. So here's what we're dealing with. We've got this church is, as you can see, it's made out of rough cut lumber. And today we're going to get around and we're going to pull this old wainscoting off so I can insulate the walls. We're going to have to pull these down, get them out of there. I don't know if we'll get any more done or not, but we'll see what we got. So this church is probably 150 years old. We got all this to do. The ceiling needs done. All this. There's some stuff over here I got to get rid of yet, but yeah. So that being said, we'll get at her. Here's another section that I didn't realize it, but my mic wasn't on again. So what I'm doing is just pulling the top off that, pulling the top away from the boards of the wainscoting. Looking for a hammer there. I get it pulled back, and then I get it pulled back. Then I can get a hold of it and just pull it off. It's just got little small nails in it. Now I'm pulling the molding off the bottom of the wainscoting so that I can pull it off away from the wall. Get it pulled out of there. And then shortly here you'll see me start taking it down. What I'm doing here is I'm currently cutting down through these studs to get them out of there so I can put in the insulation. I need to get them, they'll be in the way if I don't get them out of there. The reason I'm doing the voiceover is because I didn't lose it. I didn't have my mic on when I was doing the cutting, not realized it till I went to edit. So I put a quick run of voiceover on it so that you guys at least knew what I was doing. There's one at the top and the bottom, and this is on the other side, so I'm getting started to do that one. I did end up using these pieces to do the I put some of them down in the holes there on the sides in between the studs. Here you can see I'm cutting the bottom ones off, so show you where they're at, get them finished off. I did end up putting some of them in the way down in the gaps in between the wall and the studs, or the floor and the studs, the floor and the wall and the studs, between the studs. I also used plywood, which you'll see here towards the end. Well guys, there it is. Got it all off, swept the floor up. I'm thinking I'm going to put the box right in here. So I'm going to build a little thing around it to build the box in, and I don't know. I've got some old plywood and stuff I might put around it. I don't know if I have to or not on account of code, something about fire resistance. So I may end up just putting one sheet of drywall up just to suffice to, I have some at my house that I can just use. It don't get used anymore. It's not gonna get used. So I'll just put that around it. And then the rest of it's gonna become drywall or plywood because I got a bunch of old plywood too. So anyway, there it is. That's what it is. That's what it looks like. I gotta fix this down here. This goes all the way around. When they built the building, they added on. So I'm going to have to get some plywood, or I'll take some of that plywood and fix that up so I can put my tin, or put my insulation in. So, all right, well, once I get this, I'll bring you along here when I get to putting these studs in on the bottom so I can start putting the floor down. So, all right. See you in a bit. Well guys, it's been a couple days now. Here it is. I think I videoed that on Saturday. Well, I guess it ain't been a couple days. It's been a day. I did manage to get most of the things filled in here along the walls. I'll show you. Got a couple pieces of insulation put in. It's an older insulation. It was taken out of something else. So I want to show you some stuff that's going on. I'll show you what I got done quick, and what I need to finish, what I got to do. So, all right, well, we'll see you in a bit. You can see I got some insulation in. I'm trying to get back. The problem is I get too far back and then the light from the window gets in the way. But anyway, I think, I'm not sure, but I may have to pull this off and stretch it out just a little bit in order to get our drywall in there. I guess I was talking to one of our deacons. We were going to put plywood in here, but if we ever decide to go actual use the church for services or use some sort of service thing, we have to have it up to code. So I might pull this off. I may just put a whole new box in, new switches, replace some of the wiring. It's up through there, it goes across. I'm not sure. We'll see. Depends on how much extra wire I got. So anyway, to get back to what we were talking about. See here, what I ended up doing when I had that wainscoting on it. Had a board up here you see me pulling off. I just took one of those boards, flipped it upside down, and put it in the hole. We'll probably end up putting some sort of molding around the bottom. So this is just plywood. You can see, I just took some old plywood that I had over at the house. There's plywood here. So I did the same thing there. That one I probably should have drove down in a little further if I could. I might try and do that. Get it down in there so it sits better. I'm thinking this here we may end up having to, just because of it being what it is. Let's see if that helps. That's better. Adjust my camera a little bit. That here, right here, I may end up just notching my drywall. I'm terrible with drywall, so it's giving me a learning opportunity for me. And then this here, I got the piece cut for this corner, but we need to bring wiring in. We changed up a little bit. We're going to put the panel here now and put the door coming into the closet over here. Just because the wiring, at this point, this building's only got like 8 places that the wire comes in from, and they're all in the basement, so they're all going to have to come underneath the church and come out through this wall. We'll bring it in, come up through this hole here, and then we'll bring it up. And instead of running it clean over here where we were going to originally do it, don't make no sense. We might as well save 10 foot of wire. We'll put it in here. I got to bring a grinder in and cut these nails off. I just pounded them down. I ended up cutting the board out, and we're just going to box it in. Maybe run some 2x4s down the sides here. Down these sides just to support it. Give it a support. But we're going to put the panel in here. Bring the wire in. And we'll probably put the meter right on the back side of this wall. So, and we'll get out there and look at that here. Probably next time or when I get to it. We'll see. I want to get this inside done before I worry about it. I get this all insulated. Taken care of. So I have a little more insulation. I'll have to stuff some places. But anyway, yeah, some of it don't look the prettiest, but it's going to be behind the drywall anyway, so it don't matter as long as it keeps out the worst of cold. Laying around it. I think somebody had actually given it to me. So anyway, for now it is what it is. But I'll end up buying some new because I'm sure I don't have enough to do it all. We're just trying to save a little bit of money because honestly we just don't have the money to do what we need to do. But we need to replace this box because it's honestly a safety concern. So alright, well I guess for today, it's currently Sunday. I'm getting ready to head to our church service. I guess we'll just wrap it up for today. I'll bring you back next week. Alright guys, we'll talk to you later and we'll wrap it up for this week. Have a good day and God bless.